Hey everyone, I'm very excited to say that I have finished mapping out all of California. And so let's come and take a look here. All right, so here is California. We've got Los Angeles over here, and we've got San Diego down here. Over here we've got San Francisco, and you can see all the water. Now, let me just kind of go through a little bit for those who are just new. Uh, each one of these little tiles is a downloadable content, and each one of these is a 4 by 4 kilometer area, roughly 4 by 4 kilometer area. Now, to build one of these maps, okay, it requires 16 of those little downloadable content, a 4 by 4 area. So any kind of 4 by 4 area will be loaded into that map, into the map. Um, so now, just to kind of describe a few things, I did change the vegetation a little bit, and let me just kind of explain a little bit about what's going on. Let me come over here. I think there's some a good space here just to explain everything. Okay, so we have different vegetation sizes, okay? Now, because I only have a vegetation type for every category, grass, shrubs, I think there's some grass there. These are some grass shrubs. We've got trees. We've got, I believe over here, let me see, is there some, yeah, here's one. This is some understory. This is where the top of the tree doesn't really burn, only the bottom, and it doesn't really spread too fast. But yes, size. Okay, so for example, we've got this tree here, and we've got this tree. The size of the tree signifies or represents the rate of spread and the flame length. And the rate of spread is represented by the width of the vegetation, while the flame length is represented by the height. Okay, so for example, this tree has a much higher rate of spread and flame length than this guy. Now, these trees are actually spherical. So when I stretch it out and it becomes kind of elongated like this, it means that the flame length is a higher factor than the rate of spread. If this was in reverse and it was more kind of a squished down version of this, then the rate of spread is higher, but the flame length is lower. Okay. And so this way, when we take a look, we can say, okay, these brush over here, these types of brush, very flammable, very high rate of spread, versus when you look at these brush, these shrubs, this means that in this area, that the rate of spread for the fire is significantly lower. Um, and it is kind of scaled. So because this is that much smaller compared to this, just shows how much less this type of territory will spread. Okay, so that is what this is, and we can click on any of these areas. So let's grab this area. Let's click here. Now, by control clicking on it, it will load that area and all the surrounding. Now, I'll probably be under the mountains. Yeah, let me just zoom up. I'll fix that later, but that just kind of shows the map here. Okay, so here we go. We've got this whole area um, that just kind of got downloaded from the database. Now, if I wanted to nudge this map, I go, hey, you know what? This is okay, but I want to go north a little bit, right? So this is the navigation tool that I use. Um, so if I wanted to go one notch, two, or three in size. Now remember, this is a 4 by 4 grid. So it'll move it by one, two, or three, but not a full four grid kind of thing. So let's go north by, let's say, two. So let's take a look at, kind of this area. This should come down to over here. I'm going to nudge it by two. And it's going to basically move the map by approximately 8 kilometers. There we go. Yeah. So here's that area that just kind of got moved. Here's the lake. We can move it. Let's say another one, but this time just by one. So it's just going to nudge it over just by a little bit. And here we go. All right. Now, if you want to get back to the California map, we click on this, and California will be reloaded, and then we can go anywhere else. Um, Now, what I did is, again, each one of these is downloadable content, as I mentioned. I have 28,000 individual downloadable content. Now, if I divide that by 16, so I can create one of these large maps, I believe I get around 1,750 full-size maps. 1,700. You can go anywhere. Now, one of the things that I was thinking, now that I've got this California map kind of set out, is this could be the main lobby, right? So there could be, let's say, different kind of fires in this area, right? And so the idea is that when you come to the lobby, this area, to be able to join games in progress, all games that are currently playing will show up as this small little fire that kind of shows up here. And it'll be kind of fun to be able to see where everybody's playing. And it's great. I mean, if you want to play more in a kind of a grassland area, you can come where it's more yellow. If you want to come up into the mountains or where there's more brush, I mean, over here there's significantly more trees up on the northern part of California, which is great. So you can come here. Um, some beautiful area. This was kind of interesting. I came over here. I was like, oh my God, what is this mountain, right? So let's take a look for fun. All right, let's just gonna click on this area. I'm gonna definitely be under the mountain here. It's just gonna take a minute, or just, a few seconds to download. And here we go. So let me just kind of zoom up. And here we go. Look at this beautiful mountain, right? Oh, maybe a little bit too high. We've got some snow here on the mountain. And yeah, here we go. Imagine just playing on this, right? And you can go anywhere you want in California. Okay. Um, One of the fun things to just kind of consider is this map can get even bigger, right? I mean, I've downloaded this. Okay, this is approximately nearly 2 gigs of data, and I can just add more. I mean, I can continue. I mean, imagine just getting more and more map built. But I think for this version, California is going to be enough to start this game. But it is quite amazing to see all of these areas. Um, Let me just kind of load this area real quick. One of the things I wanted to show you as well is this is all ready to burn. Okay, so here we are. We've got this. We've got the river that we were showing here, right? And we can just come down here. Right? I don't know. Let's say just catch all these areas here on fire. Let's speed up the game time, right? And this is all burning based off of the different kind of calculations, and it's ready to go. Let's bring this down, and we can also load the units, right? So let's load some units. Here they are. Okay, and these guys are all ready to go as well. Now they're non-functional. They don't currently fight the fire, but their line path and their ability to move around, and they are connecting to the database with the appropriate information. But yeah, later I will be able to add these guys properly, and they will start to fight this fire. All right, here we go. Look at that, right? And then you're like, okay, you know what? I'm done. Let's get back to California. Let's come over here. All right. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now we're back to the California map, and you can click and load anywhere else. All right, so that is it. This is California. So I believe that this is going to keep people very, very busy, being able to just kind of explore this area, load different parts of the map, start fires, try it in this area, start a new map somewhere else. I think this will be a lot of fun for players to be able to just go anywhere. So much content here, so much content. All right, well, that is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your time, and looking forward to working on some units next. All right, take care. Bye-bye.